Better late than never is what they always say. West Indies, West Indies. Why, my viewers and subscribers, I tell you, being a West Indies fan, you are always going to go through all sorts of emotions. I'm assuming that most persons would have seen the highlights if they didn't get a chance to see the game live earlier today. But I'm just going to spend some time and talk a little bit about the game. I saw the entirety of West Indies batting. I didn't see all of the innings when India was batting. But I must say, shout out to the guys for a very, very good effort. You understand? Especially Kyle Mayers, at the top of the order there, setting the pace as we went in search for over 300 runs. We ended up losing the game by 3 wickets. I'm sorry, by 3 runs. We ended up losing the game by 3 runs, my viewers and subscribers. But based on what I saw, when we were batting especially, I must say that I saw some fight. Quite a few of the guys got out in fashion, in a way that one could say that, it was uncalled for or unnecessary shot. But I must say that they gave it a good shot, my viewers and subscribers. A lot of us as fans weren't expecting them to go that closely to India. But we are not settling for less, So this is not me saying that, we did not win, but we are happy. This is me saying that we saw the effort and we saw the determination of the guys. You understand? So it was a good fight, my viewers and subscribers. It was a good fight. The bowlers, they didn't start off too well at all. I think India ended up putting on, I think, about 119 runs before we picked up the first wicket. So we didn't start off too well, but in the latter part, when the ball got old and was gripping a little bit, we were able to come back into the game. People like Gudikish Moti, Akil Hussain, Joseph, and those guys came into their own. And I must say, at one point in time, it seems as if we were going to chase over 350, 360 based on how India started. But the guys were definitely able to pull it back, and we ended up, having 308 to chase. We weren't successful in our chase, but we gave it a good shot. Now, in terms of the batting for India, as I said, they had a good opening stand. I think it was about 119. Chicken Dhawan, he made 97. That one falling short of his century. Organizingly short. A lot of these guys, they tend to find form and like to make century when they come up against West Indies. He went pretty close but didn't get across the line. Shubman Gill, he had 64. Iyer had 54. And in terms of the bowling for West Indies, it was Gudikish Moti who was the pick of the bowlers, once again picking up 2 for 54. Akil Hussain picked up 1 wicket for 54 runs. So 308 is what India got. And as I said, at one point in time, it seems as if we were going to be chasing over 350, 360. But I am indeed happy that the guys were able to pull it back somewhat, as much as all the batsmen weren't able to get us across the line. It went right down to the wire, right down to the last delivery, where we needed a couple of runs to win. And Romari Shepherd was on strike, gave it his best, gave it his all, ended up batting pretty well in the death over, but he was just not able to get us across the line. No, we ended up on 305, I think it was. Yeah, man, 305 we ended up on. But I must say kudos to the guys. We batted all of 50 overs, 305 for 6, all of 50 overs, and made over 300 runs. So we batted over 50 overs and we batted out the 50 overs and made over 300 runs. This is not something that we do very often. So it was good to see that. And I am hoping that, going into the other games, we will be able to continue like that. Romari Shepherd, I must say, he was indeed good. Jason Hola, I had selected Hola to be in my team, but Romari Shepherd had to step up Not sure if Hola had a knock or was feeling ill or what. But we batted out the 50 overs, made over 300 runs. So those we can tick those off the box, right? And it seemed as if it was a good wicket, a nice wicket. So if we lose the toss tomorrow, or if we lose the toss and India said they're going to send us into bat, not tomorrow, when we have the next game, I think it's Sunday. If we lose the toss, right, we shouldn't have any excuse, because if the conditions don't change dramatically as it relates to the rain, India would have showed us that, as I know it's a different pitch from Guyana, but you can bat first and make 300. So if we lose the toss and ended up batting first, we shouldn't have any excuse, right? No, Kyle Mayers, he top scored with for us. As said, my viewers and subscribers, I watched his entire innings, and it was a 75 runs that was full of boundaries. But might I add that not a lot of the boundaries were actually him going with brute force. A lot of those boundaries were timed and caressed through the offside. You understand? He looked good until he actually got out caught. But I'm sorry he wasn't able to go on to get a century, because probably we would have been able to get across the line. But it was a good knock. In my 11 that I was talking about before the game, I did not have him opening at all. The West Indies coach and captain decided that they're going to let him open, and he really delivered in a good way today. So he had 75. Shamar Brooks had 46 and was looking extremely good until he basically decided that he was going to go after a ball that you can say probably didn't necessarily have to chase, right? He got 46. Brandon King had 54, getting a good half century there. Akil Hussain, showing that he is capable of batting. Man is trying to build up his all-round skills, doing well with the ball and trying to get some bat in the mix. He had 33 from 32. Romario Shepherd ended on 39 from 25, and both these guys remained not out. They took the game right down to the wire, my viewers and subscribers. It's just a pity that they couldn't get across the line, and it was a good try. It was a good try. You understand? So we don't want it to seem as if this is where we want the cricket to be, where we go pretty close to winning and we don't win, and then we satisfy and say, well, at least they win close. We want it to reach a stage where they are winning. But at the end of the day, it is always important, in my opinion, to pick out certain things that that we would have seen and say, all right, this was very well executed. Just as how we can say the things that they need to do, we can probably give them some props on some of the things that they are currently accomplishing. We weren't too bad in the field based on what I saw. As I said, I mostly saw us batting, right? I saw that catch that was taken by the captain, Nicholas Pooran. Talking about Pooran, he bowled 2 overs today. I think it was 2 overs for 23. So seems as if Pooran bowling is something that we're going to get used to. I just don't want it to take away from his batting, where he's focusing on bowling. You understand? You generally speaking, when we're chasing a target, when Pooran gets out, we oftentimes fall. You understand? Shea Hope is the one. I think when I said Shamar Brooks went after a ball that he did not necessarily have to, I think it was Shea Hope I was mixing it up with. Because he had a 4 in that same over, a nice 4. And, then the bowler was basically setting him up, gave him a short ball, went after it. I think he took the top edge and he was out caught. And he wasn't looking too bad at all, my viewers and subscribers. Was there trying to get himself in, but it so happened that didn't work out. And as I said, we lost the game by 3 runs. So that's already a lead for India. So we're definitely going to be looking to hunt them down. So we are already on the back foot. But I just wanted to let you guys know exactly how the game went. We lost. We were trying to get 308 for victory, and we ended up on 305. I think it was for 6. With Myers top scoring with 75. So that is my little take on what I saw of the game. Persons that watched the game from ball 1 to end might be able to go in the comment section and highlight a couple of things that I actually missed. Alright, so that is it for now, my peeps. Blessings. I'm out.